celebrity father and daughter.
And we find Scott Mason in Mount Airy, which helped serve as the model for Mayberry, of course, on the old Andy Griffith Show.
It was just great. I mean, our whole family would gather around in front of the TV.
And
we were totally into the character that he was playing. It wasn't like there's Dad up there. It was like Barney Fife.
get set! Barney Fife, played by Don Knotts, whose daughter is Karen Knotts.
I do characters and I tell jokes and stories. It's very entertaining.
Her one-woman comedy show, Tied Up in Knots.
Story of growing up with my dad. Barney Fife was sort of his child self. He can't hide it. It's there on his face. And that was like him as a child.
Karen as a child.
I felt like I was a little bit under a microscope.
She still lives in California, but occasionally visits Mount Airy, Andy Griffith's hometown.
Come in, please.
What do you want?
Where's the stiff?
Was your dad much different in person than he was on TV?
Oh, very different. He was not like the character, but he was funny. And he was very low-key in person.
What were your dad's favorite episodes?
The pickle story.
I think I'll just wait and smoke it after, eat it after.
And Barney's new car. Those were his favorites. And the choir. Barney and the choir.
Well, sweet springtime, we breathe thee in song.
And the show said, slow down, go and get a bottle of pop. Everything you need is right where you live.
A loaded goat.
And Andy Griffith had this rule. Something sounded like a joke, throw it out. And that's why the characters are so believable and honest, because they weren't joke-based. They were based on real human beings.
Where are you going, my little one?
Don Knotts later had his own variety show. The person he's singing to is Karen.
My baby, my own.
Her father died in 2006, and like her dad, Karen has gone into show business, honoring both the parent he was and the character he played. Do you think he'd be proud of it?
Oh yeah, I know he would. He would be proud, and he is proud, I feel.
We're just watching those old clips. We're all sitting here laughing in the studio. It's just timeless.
Yeah, the choir story has got to be one of my favorite episodes. So funny.
Oh, they are classic. Well, Don Knotts won 5 Emmy Awards for his work on The Andy Griffith Show. He starred in other TV roles and movies as well, most of them comedies.